Let's normalize talking issues. Barry Black, here your host, one man show. Remember to subscribe, share this live to as many people as you can. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And once you subscribe, utakuwa hiyo, click that notification button that will always be giving you our content each and every other time to upload. So it's been another time, another great day with better conversation of looking at things in reality and how zimekuwa zikitupeleka. So today I'm going to talk about two issues. I'm going to combine the two issues. We will start with Baba losing, or that snail losing the AUC seat of chairmanship. It was a good one. The movement won. I'm so happy, I'm so glad. Thank you to each and every one of you who fought this fight. And eventually it was a tumeshinda. It's a good win. It's the people trying to show them that wamekataliwa duniani, Afrika mzima. The Joe Biden administration that was making the butcher of Sugoi and Baba Raila wafure kichwa, unajua wakwe mafala tu, kazi ni kufikiria the Americans have their backup. A new administration is there. Trump amechukua, and I believe things are not going as they were planning. Baba and the butcher of Sugoi, that snail, najua imekuga tu hapo crawling paka watu hapa, all the mucus. But at least Kenya and Africa, thank you guys, thank you a lot. Tuliweza kushukisha Baba kwa hiyo kiti, like we threw that guy under the bus, and I'm so happy. And there came the moral teachers telling us, really, hey, Yesu wazalendo, you don't care about Kenya. F you all. Like, truth be told, nyinyi ndio si wazalendo. You cannot be eating our medical money. You cannot be eating our education money. You cannot be eating our infrastructural money. You cannot be eating the future of this country. Yet you end up calling us non-patriot. Like you're not patriotic to our country. You are the ones who are patriotic. I believe that is double speaking, double standards. And I want you to understand one thing. Kenya imetuma Kenya ina lose the AUC seat for the longest time. Imekuwa gani because of one thing Kenya imekuwa ikifanya. The so-called leaders of Kenya, unajua hawa kora wanajiita viongozi wa Kenya, from the Uhuru Kenyatta to Daniel Moi, William Ruto, mkoga wa kora. And the African continent imekam kujua mnatumika na the Western worlds kunyanyasa wa Afrika wenzeni. Look at what happened in Congo, the M23. Even the people of Goma waliamka mazee waka-attack I don't know, the people of Goma, I think it was in somewhere in Congo, can't remember when. Waliamka wakachoma the embassy, vandalize the embassy of Kenya. Why? Because wamekam ku notice one thing. The Kenyan diplomacy, or the so-called leaders of Kenya, hawayuko pale kusaidia the African continent to grow and to be a real, economical horsepower, a place whereby families can live and coexist. So kukuja kuoppress, they are the hands of the oppressor. I don't want to, because in the Western worlds kufinya kabisa, yani kugandamiza Mwafrika mwenzao. So the African leaders wamekama notice mazee. Tumekuwa tukibeba ujinga for the longest time. Na nani that the Kenyan government and the Kenyan so-called diplomacy or diplomats imekuwa tu we are here, we are intervening, siju ku make decisions, kuwasaidia and stuff. But in reality, that's not what they have been doing. Wamekuwa wakienda huko. There are allegations kwamba the Kenyathas have interest in the mining. The butcher of Sugoi, which is Ruto, pia yako na interest into mining. unajua wameingia pale specifically not to bring peace but to unajua escalate the whole issue so that bottom line ikue au wana benefit. And I'll say this to put everything in record. How did you end up in Somali? Tuliingia Somali because of one thing. There was a lot of piracy in the Gulf of Eden, mali penye ocean yetu inatoka majuu ikishikana na Africa. That is where they call the Gulf of Eden. Inakaribia sana Somali. So the Gulf of Eden ndio mali penye pirates walikuwa wameamua hapo. Tunateka meli nyara. They used to, unajua, to take them hostage. Meli na every other shipping ilikuwa inakuja towards this. To a point where wasi walikuwa wanatoka huko walikuwa wamefika mahali sasa wamechoka. Like no, enough is enough. We're not going to do business with the East of Africa because now the East of Africa imeturn quite dangerous. So this is how Kibaki ended up looking at it and some few terrorism acts in Mombasa. But the main issue ilikuwa they were actually killing the economy of Kenya through the port of Mombasa. And with that, inakuonyesha nini? Kibaki and the guys who were in power at that particular time decided enough is enough. We need to go into Somali and bring sanity towards that area because kulikuwa hakuna governorship, yani hakukuwa na any rule that was happening in Somali. Somali ilikuwa tu ya those pirates and terror, every other bad group was in Somali. So Kibaki started the Linda Inchi. And even in the military, it's on record, waliingia huko and the first operation waliita Operation Sledgehammer kama sijakosea. Sledgehammer, unajua ni ile nyundo kubwa ile. Na ile nyundo ya mawe ile, Kefoi. Exactly. Operation Sledgehammer. So the Kefoi operation went on. They took the port of Kismayu. They kaleta sanity. Our military, which I congratulate a lot at that particular time ya Kibaki, wakaingia in Somali, wakaenda na humanitarian support, madaktari, bringing food to the people, giving people hope and showing them that they can do. And this is how Kenya ended up in Somali. Na sanity kaanza kurudi. Then Kibaki went away, came who? Uhuru Kenyatta decided what? I'm going to support the Somali oligarchs. The Somali oligarchs tunawajua. You see, even the Somali parliament, there was a time ilikuwa in Kenya, like the whole of Somali government used to be in Kenya until sasa Kibaki akaenda akasanitize na akasongesha wase. What did Uhuru do? The first blunder he did, aliseparate Somali from Somali to akaileta na kuna tunakaita ka Somaliland. Unajua, the other Somaliland hapa chini, or what you call Jubaland, wakakuja waka-form gavana huko na pande lingine Somali just stabilize. So already mshaanza divide Africa. But what was their aim? To smuggle sugar and every other contrabands without paying taxes in Kenya, kujiwauze huku. The Somali oligarchs waka-interfere na presidency ya Uhuru Kenyatta. Now William Ruto was the deputy president. So I want you guys to understand hapo ndio mahali penye sasa the oligarchs walianza kupata nguvu, the kina Duales, the kina Farah Maalim, and many other when you are the political class. Unajua, the Abdul Nasir, the lawyer, Pandeye ndiye anajaribu kusukuma the legal thing, because at the end of the day it's all about the Somali oligarch. Hatuongelei kuhusu Msomali wa kawaida. Msomali tuko naye hapa ana shida. The Boranas, unajua, the Lendirians, hawana mambo. They're just doing what every other Kenyan is doing. They're suffering. They're being oppressed. Look at the north. 10, 12 years after devolution, what has happened to the north? And before even all those years, maze, NGOs zimeishigi huko on the north. What happens on the north? Imekutaniwa into a cash cow that was Kibera before Kibaki became president. Kibera was emphasized to be the biggest slum in East and Central Africa. Maze, after kwenda kumesha the square kilometers za Kibera na kuiangalia, it was not even half of what they were speaking. They were just exaggerating things. Na mimi shindaga nikiwaambia hapa kitu moja. Hawa sewa NGOs na hawa sasa wanajitaga humanitarians wengi, and most of them, I'll say this in record, ni ati hawakuagi hapo kusaidia problem iishe completely. They are here to siphon money from the donors. Na pia the Trump administration through I think the owner of X, ndiye alipatiwa Doge, ndiye anaangalia hizo story, ndiye amekuja kupata mazee. Hizo organizations zilikuwa zinafundiwa na the government of United States. Zinafundiwa, wasi wengine wanajikatia cut. Even in the government of US, our senators na House of Representative members wanajikatia hizo mado, some billionaires on record walikuwa wanajikatia hizo do. So zikifika hapa inakuwa ni do ya kukato. So they'll never want that problem iishe, including what is happening today in Rwanda. Sorry, not Rwanda, in Congo. Congo imekuwa shida ni hiyo. Shida ya Congo kubwa imekuwa ni hiyo, whereby they cannot let this conflict go away because there are people who are eating from the mines. Kuna watu wanakula from in the name of humanitarian, unajua, helping, so that they will always fuel this fight, so that the moment your blood is coming out, ile time mna bleed more, the more do yao inaongezeka. So they are creating a lot of money. This is where Kenya comes in. So even in Somali, they never want that stability because again, there is a lot of money that comes from all that, those peace talks and all that nonsense. So at the end of the day, the Somali oligarchs are here, are making millions in terms of clean cash, coming to wash it in Kenya. They are big people and everything is running. Bro, till we realize what is eating us, and why the African continent imefika mahali na tuangalie hivi, as much as we are Kenya, we are no longer Africans when it comes to ideas and agendas zenye tunawasukumia. Tuko pale kuwanyanyasa, tuko pale kukuwa the hand of the oppressor. The oppressor whom kazi yake ni kuhakikisha kuna conflict so that they can bring in some funds, wanakatia pale juu, and then wakubwa wetu nao wanakuja wanakata hapa, NGOs nazo zinakuja zinakata pale chini. It is a very sweet business. Ni business inalisha wase kadhaa pesa most sana. They live like kings. They enjoy the first of life. They go to, unajua, to overseas, like it's hapo mashamba kwenyu, hapo chini tu, like they travel all over the world enjoying, and people who are suffering are the taxpayers of America and Europe. Ndio wanakatodo fulani, inasemekana we must bring it to the charitable areas. But in reality, it is not all about charity. It's about those conflicts ziswaisha, so that always they suffer on that money. They continue pushing for more and pushing for even rebels waendelee kugandamiza nini civilians in each and every those countries. So in Africa, that is one main reason ilifanya Raila Odinga akaanguka, because tabia ya Kenya, diplomacy yake kuisha, including him Raila Odinga. He's been in government. What did he do? Nothing good, maze. Ule msatu amekuwa pale, it's too much talk, but ikifika ni working, that's where they draw the line. Another issue ni ati hiyo ya Somali tukimalizana nayo, issue nyingine ni ati look at the West African countries zilikuwa zimeanza kuunite, including South Africa, zilikuwa zimeanza kuunite. They were towards Russia. Russia was speaking of the dollarization. Tuache kutumia dollar yache kuwa the currency of the world. Tuache kutumia nini? Gold or other things zenye zita neutralize wasa kwa equal. Okay? What did Kenya do? Pull itself aside, went to Biden, became the NATO what? NATO ally. Bro, a lot of nonsense that they don't go there to be part and parcel of creating a better Africa, but they go there to be the hand of the oppressor, to continue oppressing the African people in the name of big brothers. So the African people have come to realize what Kenya looks like, what Kenya's diplomatic aspect looks at Africa like. Najua wanaiangalia ikiwa a cash cow, a cow that they can, they can just milk more cash each and every other day. So the African continent ikachanuka, and it was like, no, enough is enough. We cannot let these people be our leaders, yet they are the hands of the oppressor. So that's why Baba alipiga chini. So you understand, the demographics are very clear. And that shows you what? Kenya has lost its respect fully from the most of African countries. Zimefika mahali zimejua hawa ni wakora, hawa hawayuko hapa kutusaidia, hawa wako hapa kutugandamiza. And that's why you see most of those peace agreements zinafanywa where Kenya is the big brother being there. Remember even Kagame, kimsikiza vile alikuwa anaongea, alisema what is being talked in Nairobi, hizo peace talks tukienda tukiongea, whatever we are talking on the table and whatever is happening on the actual field ni vitu mbili tofauti. You understand that? So at the end of the day they double speak. They speak good when it comes to television, mbele ya umati wanaongea vizuri sana, but when it goes to that ground, that's when everything goes haywire. They're just there because of their own stomach. They don't care about the African people and the interest of those white supremacists. So inabidi uelewe perspective ya nini Kenya na tumeshindwa, na hakuna kitu tutaishinda, because before Raila there was Amina Mohamed mbele kwa gava ya wenyewe. Uhuru Kenyatta pushed for it, but bottom line gone down because the African continent inaamka, imeanza kurealize who our real enemies. Our real enemies are the black people who are the hand of the oppressor. So from that perspective, nataka tujiulize maswali. Are we still ready to continue promoting these weirdos called leaders in Kenya, where we know they're tumbocrats, they're corrupt to the core, they're the hands of the oppressor, the hands of the white supremacist. They are here not to help Africa, neither Kenya, but to hakikisha that the white supremacist and the globalist have a better hand and a better grip on us, so that they can make us poorer, make our kids die younger, bring bad vaccination and a lot of bad things that are happening in the world. It's our time to do kitu moja. It will always be called controversy, but truth be told, whatever the Kenyan diplomacy or diplomatic is doing to the rest of Africa is far beyond what you can even call bad. It's worse. Ni unyama, yani ni kitu mbaya, the worst thing that will ever happen to Kenyans, to Africans. And to Kenyans again, you see, the same thing. Zile tabia wanapeleka huko nje zimeozea hapa ndani. So it's high time we understand one thing. Who is this president that I want for me to be my next president in Kenya after Kasongo is gone? To jail, not at home, to jail. It's a president who will stand and tell me these few things zenye nasema. I want a Kenya that hakutoi kuwa na corruption. Those who have been corrupted wakuwe funzo kwa wale watafikiria kuwa corrupted in the future. So from Kenyatta 1 to the last person who is Kasongo Kaongo, the butcher of Sugoi, wahakikishe wote wamefungwa na mali yao yote yenye wameibia Kenya, as in tax money. Unajua ile pesa wameiba, the money they have siphoned from our economy, yote irudishwe. That will be the president that I'll wish for. The second one, and the second issue ni ati hawa si wafungwe. Si kurudisha tu mali peke yake, but I need to see sentences. Na sitaki story ya ICC. No, I want our own committees, our own Shimolatewa, our own, Kodiaga, our own prisons in Kenya. Zikuwe funzo kwa hawa se. And I'll wish for the next government that is going to be there, ipitishe the death sentence to some of them, whereby we will wish for them to be hanged in the middle of maybe Uhuru Park, so that no one else will ever steal from Kenyans in the name of kujitajirisha ama familia yake, ama kukua the hand of the oppressor. And I think it's achievable. That is the president I'm wishing to give my vote unto. And that person must be a person of integrity, a person of accountability. With all those two things, and the third thing, a young man or a young lady. Lazima akue a young person mwenye ntakubali akalie kiti, but not the normal KANU orphans. Hiyo kwangu, I say no, and I stick to that word no. So I believe the African continent is rising. Tunaamka. God is on our side, and we're gonna finish this thing, and we're gonna make this continent great again. The way it was when our great-grandfathers were here, enjoying the plentiness of nature and coexistence in peace whereby they always bring a lot of bad history towards Africa, but me I believe Africa ilikuwa na very good sweet story behind every other good thing that was happening in Africa until the white colonialists walipokuja wakaamua kuinterfere na kutuingiza uongo mingi, hogwash what our grandfathers used to do, even our spirituality, wakatuletea total unethical things that are turning against us and are making our society bad. The likes of corruption, unajua, and corruption even kills, both direct killing and sometimes by suppressing people wanakufa by depression. I'm praying that you Kenyans, you will understand and know that my trajectory is for us to move forward. Na kwa hao machache nasema thanks again for coming through. Always let's meet here, let's normalize talking issues, and if you have a question or you want to say anything, slide into my comment box hapo, weka kenye unaweka, let's have that discussion, and may the good God bless all of us. Thank you.